Alright, welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. Look here now, I saw Mix Up a Comfort Talk today here, and we're going to get right into it. Personally, I would have changed my name if they did not somehow put Vybz Kartel name into all of this. I have never seen somebody get so much blame for all the wrongdoings, yet the man has been incarcerated for a whole decade now, and I want you to think of all the friggery that has gone on for the last decade while Vybz Kartel was behind bars. Now anyways, the Gleaner recently posted and said that a mass grave with human remains had been found in bushes in Rivoli in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. Members of the security forces are at the scene. It is believed that the site is used by a gang to bury bodies. The discovered remains were found wrapped in clothing, and the police says that forensic analysis is to be conducted. All right. Based on that right there, so let me just tell you that there have been other mass graves found in recent weeks, and there are rumors out there that there are many more of these mass graves around the island. Take into consideration that there are a lot of people that are missing in Jamaica that have not been accounted for. But when it comes to Vybz Kartel now, people are saying over there so them bury lizard. And we're going to get into that in a minute. Lynx Lex said the self-destruction of the black race continues all across the world. Meanwhile, they demonize the police and talk about defunding them. Well, Lynx, I guess you didn't see the 4 Jamaican constabulary force officers that were caught up in drug activities, drug affairs in the United States of America. Up-to-date time on that report is that one of those officers had flown home to Jamaica today, and 3 others have actually been arrested and charged. Okay, cocaine smuggling, the embarrassment. Anthony Lynn says, could not have said it any better than your response. A couple of comments. Master Sergeant said, there is not good, and these gangsters should pay dearly for their actions. Can't be business as usual when our partners want to help us, but our own government refused to sign a MOU that will help to put pressure on these criminals. I just don't get it, but we're going to go look up what a MOU is. Dharmic Tree says the usual excuses are that they don't trust the police, or that they're afraid of the police, or the police are corrupt. But they never have a problem mugging for CVMs and TVJs for every bad behavior of the police, real or imagined. Imagine there are avenues for everyone to report crimes. Who claim not to trust or like the police? Let's start with Crime Stop. It is not run by the police, so you can feel free to go give up information. But what this person is saying is that people don't give up no information because they're afraid. But that is just a cop-out. That is just an excuse, because there are anonymous ways that you can give up information and not be exposed. Me not know about that. I'm not too sure how Crime Stop work and who run it, or if your information won't get in the hands of the very people you are trying to complain about, and next thing you know, you get dash way. So me go over to now this site, Pinkwall, which is very popular for real news, very popular for rumors, very popular for information, period. And then we take the information and just sift out the sense from the nonsense. So this is where them a carry the people and pick me and dash them away, is the caption underneath the pictures of the mass grave found in Rivoli, right? And in the comment section, someone says it is alleged that there is also one in Portmore as well. Another person said, sad to say, but I hope they look for Jasmine Dean remains there. I think there is a network operating in Jamaica. There is no way they could have a blind girl for so long and no one notices. Gaynor says, them soon find lizard. A mass grave with 2 bodies. That don't make sense. Take Headings said, there's one in Portsmouth by the canal. It's been there for approximately 3 years now. And to whom from the Portmore area whose relatives have been missing, brace your heart to hear the worst. Those heartless criminals in Portsmouth is evil, and I hope there are some detectives on this blog reading this information and take this very, very much serious. So, for my audience, this is why I go to different places and pull information, put it together, and then weigh it against what is given. So, there's actually someone here alleging that there is also a mass grave in Portsmouth by the canal, and they are hoping that police officers are paying attention to this information and go check it out. Chilliam says, with Jamaica shitty forensics, they won't be able to identify any of those bodies they will find. Not one, but they don't want forensics. Too many corrupted cops are on the island who will not be able to serve their masters should good forensics database get implemented. Now, may I tell you that there is still not a national DNA database in the island of Jamaica. We covered that specific topic not too long ago, where an individual was sent from the United States of America to work with Jamaican authorities to put together and establish a national DNA database. The man left the island frustrated, and he gave a long speech about why he left. The gist or summary of his speech was that the Jamaican authorities are fighting against getting that established for whatever the reason is, and he is fed up with the runaround and the lack of enthusiasm concerned putting that into play. So he's wasting his time there. They're only screaming that they want help, but they don't really want help. So he might take away himself and go back to the United States of America, which is what he actually did. Anonymous said, if only Uno know how good forensics is here, Uno would have never said that. Laugh out loud. Poor Uno. Uno see how technology stay now? This is why we need NIDS. You see, if we had NIDS, we would have known who for body them there within a couple of days. Well, no for Uno, we are burn out NIDS. Now, Uno see the importance of it. Now, people are saying, boy, that I got bring in. We don't want to hear that. A lot of people don't want to hear nothing about no NIDS. You understand? Now, somebody actually said, hide my identity. Let me tell you what go on. It is alleged that over there, so, where they found the mass grave, that is where the Klansman gang would bury people. And this person is saying anonymously that Vybz Kartel was associated closely with members of the Klansman gang, and over there, so, more than likely, lizard body is. Now, people, listen to me. In all of that, what is going on, right? I want you to take into consideration this. Kartel and his co-convicts are closer to the Privy Council appeal, was also published today in the Jamaica Star. And it says that Vybz Kartel and his co-convicts are one step closer to getting their case heard in the Privy Council in the United Kingdom. Bert Samuels, which is the lawyer for Sean Storm, one of the cartel's co-convicts, confirmed that information to the Star last night, that an official application has been made in the case. So, for all the people wanting to know an update as to where Vybz Kartel's case is now, we all know that it is still being battled out and he's still fighting for his freedom. Well, there you have it. His attorney, or Sean Storm's attorney, has officially confirmed that the official application has been made in the case. An application has been made and filed on behalf of all 4 of the appellants to get leave to go to the Privy Council with the matter, and it will be heard via video link during the week of June 29th, Samuel said. So we even have a day or a frame of time when it will be heard. He said it will be heard via video link during the week of June 29th, Samuel said. Kartel, Sean Storm, Kahir Jones, and Andre St. John are serving mandatory life sentences for the person called Clive Williams, which now them find this mass grave. They are saying that they need to check those bones DNA that were found in that mass grave, because somebody is alleging that the upper bosses in that underworld were not paying and were not taking good care of their foot soldiers. So somebody has started talking, and this is alleged to be inside information. Well, the legal team for all 4 men took the decision to take the matter to the Privy Council. Samuels has explained at the time that they would have to seek permission from the court in Jamaica in order to take the case overseas. But if for some reason permission was not granted, they would approach the Privy Council directly. So apparently that permission has been granted, and now they have filed. The Privy Council has now provided for us to have live streaming by the attorneys in Jamaica, and we can do it by video link to the Privy Council. It has substantially reduced the cost of appearing in the Privy Council, because I guess they would have to fly to the UK. So we may be opting to have live streaming of this appeal to the Privy Council, where we will be at a location in Jamaica and we are addressing the Privy Council. All right. And that is the updated information for that. Why the timing? I don't know, but I'm for one, as you all know already, that me steadily, I said Vybz Kartel them was set up. Me now say the man is innocent of everything. I am not saying he is no angel. I am not swearing for him. I am saying that in this particular case, and for the amount of time that I have invested in following and doing my own investigations, I can clearly see the setup in this case here. Of course, those who wish him well still are hold the faith after a decade and still are saying free Vybz Kartel and still want him to be free. But I do understand and I do see the pattern every time he has a leave moment coming up, where whether it's waiting for their appeal from the 3-panel judge in Jamaica to now going forward to the Privy Council, at every step of his journey on his fight to freedom, there always comes something to cast even more suspicion and doubt. And we all know that in a court of public opinion, words, outer street, shade tree lawyers, internet attorneys will all chime in, and that chime in will play a great part in the ultimate decision that is made in all of this. Me not think Kartel have nothing to do with the mass grave there that's found. The man has been locked up now for a decade. Not to say that him couldn't throw somebody in there from a decade ago, but what I'm saying is so much has happened since Vybz Kartel went into prison. Anyhow, what we're going to wait on now is for forensics to be done on the bones that were found there. I am thinking outside the box like this. Could botched up forensics possibly come forward and say, yes, we found remains that show DNA identity for Lizard, and now we know exactly where his body was buried? Or maybe on the other end, nothing could be found at all. No identity match, anybody missing. We will have to wait to see how this one goes, right? But people are spreading rumors right now, and people are waiting right now to hear these fantasy stories that they make up, right? Over there, so Kartel them dash the body. Yo, tell them to test them bone there for DNA. Me tell you say one of them are gonna be lizard. Him would have get frig ya now. I don't see the correlation in all that. Because even if they were to test and find something linking them to say lizard was one of the bodies in that hole, at the end of the day, they still would not be able to link, or they would need substantial evidence linking him to the body being found there. How did it get there? Who put it there? That kind of stuff. Anyway, we're going to look into this one more and see what develops. So let's see if any more mass graves are out there. Do you think there are more mass graves out there? Bigger than that though, do you think that it's a possibility that they could test those bones found in those mass graves, or in that mass grave at Spanish Town there, that is alleged to be a burial ground for gangsters? Could it possibly be that this person, Lizard, bones could be found there? Do you think so? Or do you think that this is just another ploy where they call up Vybz Kartel name again in another situation that has nothing to do with him? Leave your comments in the comment section below and I will meet you there to try to answer as much comments individually as possible. Big up on yourself, people, and walk good. Be careful out there. We don't live in a world of angels. Alright? It's SouFLoTV. I'm out. Peace.